Wide of Keenan, clear to Bamba. Bobby Orr, behind that, the center. Bobby Orr! 16th of the year. Harris, number 4, up by Frank Howard. Here's almost close to John Bamba! Dumps it off the boards in the corner of here. Going after it, he's going! Kid Hunter, he's alone, a shot to go!
Solani goes after it. Timo Solani breaks it. He scores!
Now, a 24 Stanley Cup banner will hang from the rafters of the famous Forum in Montreal. The Canadians win the Stanley Cup.
And after 22 years,
Money stick right here. Score! Penguins win! Ovechkin score! The Grade 8 Express pulls into third place all time.
The dynasty will be denied, and the new legacy begins. They've reached the summit of the Olympics of 2022 Stanley Cup champions.
Oh, sorry. I'm still loving this intro. How's it going, guys? Season 6, episode 4 of the Powerskateshow. We're back better than ever. Had a nice 2-week break. It's awesome. Watching the World Juniors we will get to. And for those who followed our Powerskateshow Instagram, we played a certain song, which we will get to without further ado. We gotta get the man, the myth, the legend, who will get a loud crowd cheering applause next week. Mr. Grant Flood from Flood's Sports Zone. Mr. Grant, how are you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Oh boy. This very unlikely is the last time. Like I said, Alex and I are planning on filming one more next week before I head off to college officially, meaning you probably won't be seeing me until around November or December on this channel. But we'll get to that when we get to that. How's it going, everybody? I'm Grant Flood from Fletcher Sports Zone. Huge hockey week. We've had a lot of free agents still being signed. A huge one a few days ago, which led to a huge trade. Calgary Flames are doing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. They did not stop after trading for Huberdeau and extending him. Oh no, they are well in off-season form. The free agents are dwindling down, and we are about 40 days away now from preseason hockey. So the season will be here before you know it. I myself am getting impatient of waiting.
Yes. And Grant, you want to know one cool thing, which I think we can talk about like we did last episode. Pretty a little bit of off topic, but why not we just do for the fun?
All right.
So for those who check out my Instagram or YouTube, went to the Field of Dreams game, minor league Field of Dreams game. It was fun. We'll never forget it. It's perfect, like Ray says. And I'll tell you one thing. The movie site itself is fantastic. Like walking at the cornfield is perfect. And one thing that I liked about it is they had like the cardboard players, which I'll, if you guys can see, hopefully it can focus very well.
Kind of.
That is Ian Happ. Got Ian Happ. Mike Moustakis. Love him when he was with the Royals. Jonathan India. David Ross. And Med Dwyer Brown, who was the father of the Kevin Costner on the movie. But it was perfect. Will not forget that for sure.
Sounds like an awesome experience. Yeah, I mean, I got to commentate my first World Juniors game last week. It was Germany versus Sweden. Literally stayed up until 12:30 a.m. in the morning to commentate a 4-2 Sweden victory. But hey, it was a lot of fun. At least I can say that I managed to have time to do a World Juniors games on my channel, finally, after 2 years of wanting to. So
Yeah,
that was fun. And yeah, I've been also covering preseason football, of course, if you are subscribed to Flusher Sports Zone on YouTube.
yes. All right, you know the drill. Powerskateshow official. I'm not going to say if you want to know why we changed it official, but because everything does not matter. Follow that. Best in the game. Most likely, you got to follow Flusher Sports Zone. We collab. And most importantly, you got to follow Around the Diamond podcast. We are filming season 1, episode 3.
Tomorrow night, which I guess that'll technically be my last Around the Diamond. So
Yeah,
we'll kind of make that our celebration thing tomorrow. But again, for Powerskate should be here for one more episode, and yeah, and make sure you go follow for daily baseball news, collab, or all my baseball posts at least. So go check it out.
and on one sad post right there.
Well, the good news is for Brent Phillip fans and for Oriole fans, he actually cleared waivers. So guess what? He's staying.
AAA. All right. Anyway, let's get right down to business, shall we? So let's do like a warm up. Keegan Colsar, 3-year, $1.4 million.
I think that's a pretty interesting contract. They signed him relatively cheap, and I can't say that it's really a bad contract. I mean, he's been solid on the bottom 6 for Vegas throughout his career in the limited times he's played. So I think it's a pretty good re-signing.
Yes. Oh wait, I forgot the most important thing we will get to, and also not to mention we also have true nostalgia of the weeks soon. But this one, a certain man, your captain, is sticking one more year.
Yeah, one more year, and it's going to be only one more year for Bergeron, as much as I hate to say it. But even at 36 years old last season, he still had 65 points in 73 games. Now, with 5 Selke trophies, you really thought that for a moment he was going to retire. When the Bruins lost to Carolina in Game 7, Bergeron gave every single Bruin player a handshake and a hug before they went off into the visitors' locker room. At first, I thought Bergeron was 100% going to retire. But then some grumblings came around, and Patrice Bergeron said, you want to know what? If I'm returning to Boston. And then it was announced about a month ago that he was ultimately going to play another season. The contract didn't become officially official, but it's $2.5 million for your first-line center. He will make more money, I think, if he plays 10 games, which I definitely think he will. I don't think you're looking at a Tuukka Rask situation where he plays a few games and is going to retire. I think you were looking at a guy who, if he stays healthy, he's going to be there all year long, and he is going to show why he's still a tremendous leader on this team. Also, a reason why I think he came back, Brad Marchand being the captain. I don't think that's going to gel well with the National Hockey League. Maybe we'll get to see that next year. But at least for this year, Bergeron keeping the C, and I love it. But
Yeah,
we could go into a whole why Marchand should be captain, yet the league will disallow it. Oh, that would be a fun rant for a different day.
I was about to say that can be a debate on your last episode. If we don't have much news, we'll just do like a debate hour.
Do a debate hour. They'll probably give it to McAvoy. They'll be like, Marchand, you can stay an assistant. McAvoy can be captain. That's what they probably end up doing.
I can see that. Probably.
I can see it. McAvoy might be too young, but I mean, who else?
Or
are you gonna
Pasta.
get? Charlie Coyle. Like, come on. Pasternak, maybe, but of course he has to also resign.
Lawson Krause sticking around at the University of Arizona for 5 more years. Oh yeah, Arizona Coyotes. No, notice why I said University of
Arizona. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun when it looks like they're selling out the joint, yet they only have 5,000 fans, so they're really failing spectacularly. I'll say though, for Lawson Krause, why are you re-signing here? No offense, but you just had 34 points in 65 games. You're averaging a point every 2 games. You are a very solid second liner for Arizona. Why not try to cash in and go to a bigger market? I would have taken a smaller contract and signed
to Florida,
with a contending team. Honestly, if I was Krause, I would have tried to do that.
How about this sign with Florida?
Yeah, because the Panthers technically drafted him back in 2015. He never got to play for him, so.
Mm-hmm. And do you want to know what's funny? I picked Lawson Krause to win the Calder in 2015-16. I remember that.
Just like Grant saying Dan Vladar's winning the Vezina in 2024. Can't wait to come back to that horribly wrong prediction.
And I think today is Dan Vladar's birthday.
Is it actually? Oh, well, nice. Happy birthday to my favorite goalie who's not retired.
It was 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. Well, still, 25 years old. He's still young. And he's probably going to be more useful than Jacob Markstrom in a couple of years. So, all is good.
Let's see. Next, David Krejci is staying in Boston.
I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah, this one was surprising because, well, I say it was surprising, but it really wasn't. Before he went to Europe last year, he had 44 points in 51 games. That's kind of been my whole ordeal with Krejci, is that he's just never stayed healthy. And, you know, he had a pretty solid year in Europe, don't get me wrong, but I think that he's going to take some adjusting going back to the NHL. Now, I am happy Krejci came back. I think he's going to fit significantly better on the second line. When this team is healthy, you are now looking at a Hall, Krejci, and DeBrusk second line. I think that's very good. It stuck well with them in 2020 heading into the playoffs against your beloved Washington Capitals. Neither here or there. It was gelling well in 2020. Hopefully it gels again. Again, Krejci, I think, will be a second liner for the most part, unless Bergeron obviously gets injured or really struggles. Krejci could also be playing on the third line if Charlie Coyle plays really well. I think Thomas Nosek stays the fourth line center for the Bruins. But you also got to think that this is chances for young players like Oscar Steen, who don't have a lot of NHL experience. He has some, but not a lot. Guys like him, Jack Studnicka, they can also be placed on a line with a veteran like David Krejci. It's not a bad idea. I'm happy he came back. I'm happy Krejci, was supporting his family for a year in the Czech Republic, but I'm glad he's back in Boston. I think he's going to do well. If he scores 20 to 30 points and stays healthy for at least over 50, 60 games, it's an absolute success.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, David Krejci, he's getting old, obviously, but
he is 36.
Oh my God, he's like Ovechkin or Oshie's age. Anywho, he did good in Czech Republic, so I can't complain there. And also the last time he played with the Bruins, he had 51 games and 44 points.
Right.
So I mean, I don't see him get like a 70-point year like the last time he with the full 82 game season, but I would see him get like 50 points.
I think even 50 is kind of pushing it. I think he's probably going to get more to 25, 30. 50 would be phenomenal, especially for a $1 million contract. That would be insane. But ultimately, I don't think he's going to get that high, but he could. He could make me a happy man.
Because from Czech Republic, he had 51 games, 20 goals for 46 points.
Nice. That's good points. That's really good points.
All right, we got another Bruins goal horn. Pavel Zacha.
Wouldn't have that sucked? You traded for the guy, and then he's holding out because he's not getting paid. Oh boy, this would be Don Sweeney rant hour, and I wouldn't have cared if Bergeron and Krejci came back. I would have still been ripped. Zacha, I know he's listed as a center. He's probably playing as a winger, if I'm being completely honest. He had 36 points in 70 games last season. He is 6th overall pick, and he's still 25. I think there's a lot of potential in Pavel Zacha. I was happy the Bruins traded him, especially since he was way younger than Eric Holla. And I think if he plays on a second, third line, he's going to do very well. You put him on line with guys like Krejci or DeBrusk or Hall, and he's going to produce at least some sort of points. He didn't really have a supporting cast in New Jersey other than when, I guess, maybe Jasper Bratt and maybe Nico Hischier if he was playing with him. I think, again, it was a pretty good trade and overall a pretty good signing. I kind of wish it was more than 1 year, but 3.5 mil, that's definitely a contract you want to accept.
Yeah, like Pavel Zacha, like I get that he's like getting like 30 points a year, like right on the dot. Mm. Like, yes, he's a 6th overall pick, but like New Jersey, like was he a good fit in New Jersey in the first place? No, but like before Hischier and Hughes, was that the case? Yeah, but a good thing that he gets a new scenery playing for Boston, which he can play with Krejci and Pastrnak, which they're from the Czech Republic. So like there weren't many Czechs in New Jersey. So even though that he has the guys that he played either from like World Juniors with Pastrnak or like play like in the World Championships.
I love that idea. Having an all Czech Republic line, that would be nice. Yeah, Marchand, Bergeron, DeBrusk the first line, and then Zacha, Krejci, Pastrnak the second line. That would be nice. Though Taylor Hall playing on the third line seems absolutely insane, but that's a different story for a different day also.
Yeah. Okay, Chicago Blackhawks will use the 1938 Inspiration jersey as their reverse retro. So what I've seen as the design is that it's going to be the word mark Chicago. No logo, just the word Chicago all across.
They're trying to do the New Jersey, except that they're doing it wrong and they're making it boring.
Here. So Aesthetics posted a video. And like they're doing this just to like not to like avoid the logo as from the shooting the picture they only showed the back, not the front. So here I got the video. So here is okay. Bear with me. We still can talk about it. From that, I think that that they would have done like a white version of the 2019 Winter Classic.
That would have been nice.
Okay, here's the design.
It's not bad. It's not good. It's like, I don't know. I got Ottawa Senators vibes from that jersey. It doesn't look terrible, but I look at that and I immediately think Senators for some reason. Yeah, I think definitely if they were to do something similar like 2019 or 2009 Winter Classic jerseys, but whites, I think they definitely had something going there. Kind of makes sense why they wouldn't go back to the original logo from the 30s. Oh, and I hate it when that's right. I think before 1983, I think it was, they had the Black Hawks spaced out. Terrible. I've always hated that.
Yeah.
It's one, just combined into one.
Yeah. So the San Jose Sharks will pay homage to the California Golden Seals.
Nice. This is awesome. I think this is a better jersey because the Sharks have never really tried to. It's weird because I feel like they try to erase the Seals from their history, which is weird because the Seals played in the Cow Palace in the late 60s, early 70s. And of course, when the Sharks were founded in, I think it was 1993, that's when they started up in that same arena.
Hold on. I think their 25th anniversary was in 2016, which was in the Stanley Cup founding. It was 1991 because when they had their reverse retro, they had their original logo.
But especially since, but the Seals played in that arena when the Sharks, I guess, were founded in 1991, my bad. They returned to that arena, and I think that's wicked cool, and they have the same color scheme. It really makes sense. I don't know why the Sharks have taken so long to try to make Seals knockoff jerseys. I kind of hope they do have a jersey with the Seals or the Seals logo with the hockey stick. I want them to stick with the Seals, not just have like a yellow jersey with the Seals colors. I want them to actually have like the golden Seals like written out on their jerseys. I think that would be wicked cool.
I think what I've seen the designs that it's gonna be like sharks with the Seals watermark, so it's gonna be like sharks.
I mean, also a good way to pay homage because maybe the Seals might be copyrighted. I don't know. Maybe not everybody can steal the Hurricanes Whalers thing.
All right, next and after the Nick Roy, we're gonna do the Crickets. Okay, anyway, Golden Knights re-signed center Nick Roy to a 5-year deal.
So I do think that this is a pretty good contract overall. I mean, this is a guy who's just coming off his career year in points by quite a lot. 2020, 2021, he had 15 points. This past year, he had 39. Definitely worth the payday. He's 25 years old. You definitely didn't want him to walk. This is a guy who I felt never really got the opportunity in Carolina, and he has really blossomed into a nice third liner for Vegas. We've seen it during the playoff runs, and we saw it last regular season. I definitely think that this was worth a contract, and I don't even think the length nor the money part is actually a concern here. I think everything is fine. Very rarely do I have something to not critique on a contract, but this is one of those cases.
Yeah, he's been staying in the NHL for the full season in 2 years, so at least he's grabbing the confidence he needs.
Right.
All right, Granny, here's the Crickets. First cricket of the night, but definitely won't be your last. Crowd, please don't laugh.
No. Well, so what I'm getting from this is that our buddy Daryl here. So he committed this act, but because the girl was 18, he's not getting charged for it. So technically speaking, he still did what he did. If all the cards are playing out right, which holy crap, Edmonton, how do you not step in and relieve this man of his duties? Unless there's actual proof he didn't do it, then be my guest. But oh my God, if you're telling me he actually sexually assaulted this woman, but she was 18 and not 17, and you're not going to do nothing about it, bro, that's bad. That's like someone's got to do something about this. Pay a fine, something. Don't just let him off scot-free because, the girl said she was 17 when she was actually 18. Okay, shame on the girl for lying, but still, it's like a 40 age difference still.
Oh, and one thing that I laughed is this thing.
That's what I'm saying. This is ridiculous. Even if he's still committed the deed, I don't care if she's 18 or not. The fact that there's still like a 30, 40 age difference between the two, it's ridiculous.
All right, let's just move on to even better. Avalanche, Nathan McKinnon wants to become the NHL's highest paid at $13 million a year.
The fact that McKinnon won a cup and wants to get paid more than McDavid, I think is absolutely hysterical. Not saying he's not worth it. He's a fantastic player. I've always talked nice things about Nathan McKinnon, and this is also just a rumor. So I can't confirm, but what I can say is if this is actually the case, yes, McKinnon is great, but I don't think he's worth more than, say, someone like a Connor McDavid or even a couple years from now in Igor Shesterkin. And then it kind of also, how do I explain this? You see this a lot in the MLB and NFL where one player gets a huge contract and then the entire market crashes. And then that'll lead to guys like Chris Kreider making like $10 million a year, and guys like Taylor Hall making $9 million a year, and guys like Leon Draisaitl and Mitch Marner making like $16 million a year. It's like it's gonna just mess up the market. McKinnon should be getting paid around probably 10 to 11 million, and that's still pretty good. I would still accept that, but if this is true and he is demanding this much money, listen, you just want a cup. You're already having a Hall of Fame caliber career. I don't see what's the point in complaining.
And I'll tell you this why I think he may not get the highest paid. Is that he has not won any MVP awards.
That's also true.
Because if you won, like let's say like 3 or 4 consecutive like McDavid, then yes, you would have the conversation on getting this. But this is not what I'm saying. If you I'll give you a good comparison. Okay, McKinnon, he has 648 points in 638 games. He fell short 1, 2, 3 years. 3 consecutive years with falling short to get 100 points. His most was 99 in the 2018-19 season. Now for Mr. McDavid, if we're talking about 697 and 487 points. So that means that McDavid has 58, 88, 49-point difference than McKinnon.
And McKinnon's been in the league longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely McDavid should be the highest paid player. And I know he re-signed back in, what was it, like 2017 or 2018? I know he re-signed early. And I think that kind of cost McDavid because I think someone like McDavid should be getting like $15 million a year, not even 13. Like I would pay McDavid literally everything. I mean,
and McDavid,
you already have Draisaitl locked up long term with McDavid, so I mean you're set there. It's very clear that you continue to do very little in free agency every year. Like, oh, nice, you bring back Evander Kane for a cheap price, but then you're overpaying, not fantastic defensemen, and you're keeping Mike Smith around long term, and when you give so many players huge contracts, it obviously messes up your salary cap. But the good thing about this is, for Colorado's sake, they already have Landeskog and Makar already locked up long term. So I guess if you're McKinnon and you're realizing the contract status now without Nazem Kadri, without Darcy Kemper, you're saying, hey, if I can get a pay raise, that'd be nice. I kind of get what he's doing there.
Yeah. Like for McDavid, he has a point per game in every single year in the NHL. We will get to that in a sec. Crickets. And
My head
him,
hurts.
wait. Hold on. Oh, come on. You're going to put in that. Okay.
No way Santander just made an ad in our video.
Oh.
Or State Farm, not the other big company.
Okay.
Jenkins lose.
Okay. As the Rangers lose. Okay, Jacob Trouba named captain.
It's stupid. It's so bad. I don't understand the reasoning behind this. Isn't Panarin or Zibanejad better options? Like, come on. You're giving it to a veteran, yes, but we've seen our fair share of Trouba dirty plays and whatnot. Shouldn't he be an assistant? Could you keep him as an assistant? Sure, I wouldn't complain about that again because he's a veteran. But for captaincy, I would have gave it to Panarin. That's just me. And made Trouba and Zibanejad the assistants. But
Yeah,
that's just what I would do. And maybe Kreider if they have a third assistant captain.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not a good choice for the Rangers. I get why, but like it should have been Kreider in the first place, or Zibanejad. Oh wait! We're gonna play Brass Bonanza. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Barnikas.
Oh, here we go. Martin Nicias. Sticking around in Raleigh.
Nicias is pretty good. 40 points last year. Again, breakout year. Last year and this year. I combined 81 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Martin Nicias, he's a good player that you can have him play in the second or third line.
Yeah, he's probably playing second line most of the time.
Yeah. With Aho and Nicias would be like your 1-2 punch down the middle.
That makes sense.
All right, now I got the Crickets ready to go and the famous car crash.
Poor Max.
Yeah, poor Max.
I mean, torn Achilles during off-season practice. Really? That sucks. I always wonder, we saw the same thing with Anthony Duclair earlier in the offseason. What are you doing during the offseason? Like, what workouts are you doing that's making you tear your ACL? And, this sucks for Pacioretty, of course, because he just came over from Vegas. He just came over. He's thinking he's going to plug in the immediate impact right away. He's going to be on that second line. Well, now you probably ain't coming back till December or January.
Actually, he's coming back from September. February or March.
Yeah. Most likely February, but still terrible.
He has like 2 months to play in the season.
And the playoff run.
Yeah. There goes the playoff hopes. Next. Red Wings re-signed Jake Wallman to a 1-year deal.
Who's won the trade? No, I'm kidding. Wellman's good, but definitely glad that Detroit was able to avoid arbitration. For sure, re-signing him.
Sad news. Boreas Salming.
This is
The
awful.
nostalgia of the week.
Yeah, I hope he's doing well, because this obviously was very unexpected, and yeah, I mean, you just hope that anyone who has to go through the ALS, that you just hope that everyone's going to be okay. Him and his family, I'm sure, and a lot of hockey fans are rooting for him. Hall of Fame class of 1997 right there. So I just hope, prayers go out to him, and hopefully he beats this disease and can sucky situations.
Yeah. All right. We got some even sadder news. I'm going to play a 15-second song. It sucks, but play La Bamba, baby.
This just is terrible. I mean, 6 years old. That's just sad. Of course, Ben really was a motivation and an inspiration around Rogers Center. He was, supporting the
Rogers
Oilers.
Place.
Yeah, I mean, he's supporting the Oilers even until they got eliminated from the playoffs. He was attending a lot of games. He built great friendship with a lot of people in that locker room and that organization, including that man right there, Connor McDavid. Everybody in oil country is absolutely devastated, and it obviously sucks. I can't imagine what the family is going through either, the Stelter family, because that's obviously rough. But thoughts and prayers go out to the family and the Oilers organization, because they definitely lost one, not only a passionate fan, but a fantastic person. Obviously, hopefully Edmonton honors Ben next season some way, whether that's a patch or, a banner. I don't know what they're going to do, but they got to do something to memorialize a great life.
Yeah, or maybe like they do put like a or probably put I'm trying to think of like a word. Well, I think the Oilers would do like even better to do like a banner or other thing you said. I would say have like a or like a banner right by the locker room. They would say like play La Bamba Baby, or as like a good motivation, as one of his favorite words to say every time when the Oilers win.
Yeah.
Or maybe have like a maybe put like pictures with like the Oilers team, like McDavid as we see right there, like Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, or maybe they do like a loop video board
Oh, well, I definitely think like on opening night or something, they're gonna have some sort of video tribute. I definitely
definitely.
think they're gonna
Yeah.
do that, no question.
Or probably like outside the locker room, they would put like a video loop tribute Zach Hyman greeting Ben from like the playoffs at the Staples Center, not crypto. I've actually watched the episode before we started filming. How about the funny rant? That was the Thanksgiving special for those who did not know.
Getting off topic, but change it back to the Staples Center, please and thank you.
But
well, I'm ready to move on from this sad subject because I want to talk about more uplifting stuff. But yes, rest in peace, Ben. Hopefully the Oilers organization does the right things next season.
yes, Johan Larsson signed with Brynäs.
Didn't he used to play on the Coyotes too?
Yeah, he did.
Kind of, sort of nostalgia, I guess. Not really, but kind of, sort of.
Yeah, a part nostalgia of the week. Next,
And the Capitals. Oh, I guess that counts.
I guess, yeah. Toronto Maple Leafs signed Dylan Ferguson to a PTO.
I remember during quarantine when the Panthers brought in Scott Darling for a professional tryout.
Oh, I remember that.
I was like so familiar with professional tryouts in hockey. So I remember like a 10-minute rant on why like PTOs in hockey were like not cool. I don't remember what the rant was about, but it was funny because I was like, oh, what the heck? What is this? Dylan Ferguson, he only played in one game for Vegas back in 2018. He's been with the organization since 2017.
Since the beginning.
Yeah, pretty much since the beginning after Dallas traded for Mark Mathot after the expansion draft. He was drafted by Dallas and then was flipped to Vegas in the Mark Mathot deal. And he spent a lot of time with the not the Knights. What is their AHL team called?
Chicago Wolves at that time.
Is it the Wolves? Maybe that was the Wolves at the time, but anyway.
No, it's not the Henderson Silver Knights.
That's what I meant, the Silver Knights. That was the one I was looking for. Another topic we covered on this show way back. But yeah, he's going to be 24 at the start of next season. He definitely has a chance to play in a couple of games. You know, now that guys like Michael Hutchinson and Peter Mrazek are gone, he's definitely got a shot to play in a couple of games if an injury pops up or whatnot. Again, I do think the Maple Leafs are going to be fine with Matt Murray and Elias Samsonov next year, but you never know. You get a nice goalie for the Marlies.
Yeah. All right, next. Riley Shahan's coming back to Buffalo. And the worst thing is that bots are kicking in.
Bots kicked in way earlier than this. It was one with like 5 posts earlier on. That's kind of the new thing now. The past couple of weeks, I've been on Instagram saying, why are these popping up? No, we do not want to. You want to know why I don't want to advertise Powerskate posts on your account you're adding? It's because it costs money. That's why. Well, me and Alex are not shelling out bucks to promote our page where we have more followers than the page you're trying to promote us on. Stop. It's so stupid. No, I am not promoting on this gosh darn New York community. What even is this? Hold on, I'm looking at the account right now. It has 1.3 million followers. Oh, well, there we go. Okay. In some cases, they do have more followers than the Powerskate show. But I mean, what does a hockey post have to do with advertising for New York? And the Sabres aren't even they're the least popular sports team in New York. They're behind the Knicks. The Jets. I mean, They're literally bottom of the barrel. I put the MLS team, the New York Bulls, ahead of these frauds.
Oh, I love New York Bulls. It's the Red Bulls.
The Red Bulls, whatever. You get what I mean. I don't watch the MLS, but you get what I'm saying. The Sabres are literally the least popular team in New York.
Okay, chill.
Why is
Nostalgia
Robin Leonard the nostalgia of the week? This doesn't make any sense. He's not nostalgia.
Well, basically, but okay. Well, we got another Nicholas Backstrom goaltender.
Pretty much, though. I mean, great goalie when he's healthy, but the issue is he can't stay healthy. I mean, last year he won 23-17-2. You want to know why Vegas collapsed? It was because Leonard was injured. Now, Leonard's going to be 32 by the start of next season. And you just got to hope that he's only got probably a couple of really good years left. This injury may have even ended that. I just hope Robin Leonard can come through from this injury and at least last another 5 or so years in the league, because it would basically suck if he was to, miss the entirety of this season with this ongoing hip injury, and then he just never returns. He retires at age 33, 34, or becomes like a full-time AHL goalie, and that's what I would hate to see, because Robin Leonard, when healthy, is one of my favorite goaltenders in the league, and I'm always rooting for him. So I've been rooting for him since his days in Ottawa, so really hope he can get healthy and, come back next season. I think him and Thompson would be a great 1-2 punch for Vegas in net.
Yeah. Well, I wish he would stick around with the Islanders for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I would have definitely stayed in New York than going to Chicago. At least that's just what I would have done. But he did end up getting traded to Vegas. And let's be real, Vegas with an absolute fleece. Malcolm Subban's terrible, as we know. And Subban's now on the Sabres anyways. So
And was the national anthem singer. But anyway,
That's true.
San Jose Barracuda unveiled their new home uniform for the 2022-23 season. W or L?
Dub. These are, I mean, the Sharks always have great jerseys, so it's not surprising that the Barracudas also have fantastic uniforms. This is fantastic. Huge fan.
Do you know why I say? It's a W.
Oh, the James Winston funny.
Yeah. It's a huge W. Got the original colors for the San Jose Sharks. Dub. Nikolai Nizhov, I don't know. Torn his Achilles. I would call it the Max Pacioretty injury. 6 months.
6 months again. Off-season training session. How have we had 3 torn Achilles due to off-season training sessions? What are they doing? And this sucks too, because he's fighting for a roster spot. He is going to be the 6th or 7th defenseman on the Sharks next season already. And the fact that, again, he's going to be missing time until about February or March, it's not helping out his cause. It's looking like he's about to spend another year in the AHL. Not looking good.
I got to do another crickets. This dude cannot stay healthy at all.
Number 2 overall pick.
Down the drain.
Down the tubes because he can't stay healthy. Why can't this guy stay healthy? He's a great player when healthy. Yeah, I don't know how Vegas is going to do. I like I mentioned, I do think Bruce Cassidy is going to at least keep them in contending form. But teams like Vancouver and LA, teams that Vegas has a chance of surpassing, they just won't because of the long-term injuries. At the end of the day, that's what's going to kill them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to look at Nolan Patrick. And I'll give you like a true or false question about Mr. Nolan Patrick.
All right.
All right, true or false? He was picked second overall in the 2017 NHL draft. True or false?
Oh, I thought it was 2017. I'm going to say true.
It is true.
Yeah, I was getting confused between 2017 and 2018 for a second.
Okay, true or false? Nolan Patrick has yet to play a full regular season game. True or false?
Like a true regular season, season?
Yeah, played
Okay.
played
I'm
more than
going to
8.
say he definitely has not played 82 games because he's either been injured or he's been in the minors. So
Yes, that is true.
definitely would say false.
And let me tell you, he did not play a single 2019-20 season and the playoffs. He did not play a full season because of migraine disorders. So now he's out.
It just sucks that injuries can take down a very solid player because when healthy, Patrick's all right. He's not fantastic, but he's definitely solid second, third liner for your team.
And Patrick, he played, wait for it, 25 games. And do you want to know what's the worst part? This dude had 7 points. 2 goals for 7 points in 25 games. Is he Kapukako 2.0 or are we going to call him Nail Yakupov?
We're calling him Nail. Well, he's not neither of the two because Kapokako's actually healthy and good, and he also just got re-signed the other week. And Nail Yakupov, he was just a goon. I mean, he's neither of the two. He's just injury prone. I don't really know another NHL prospect that was as injury prone as this guy, but
Vitaly Abramov or something?
maybe someone like him, but I mean, clearly has not lived up to the number 2 overall, pick, but how much of that is to blame on him? I mean, you can't play through all these injuries.
I'm about to say that there should be no blame for him because the injuries took it all away from him.
Does he deserve a career with no slander?
I guess so because of the injuries, but
because of the injuries, maybe, but performance-wise, no.
Yeah. All right, next. So per Ice Statics, the 2022 NHL Reverse Retro is expected to be unveiled by all 32 NHL teams on November 1st. And
this is like the MLB City jerseys where they're revealing one at a time. Just whenever you release uniforms, release them at the same time. It's stupid. We're already a month into the season by the time all of them are being revealed. Hate it.
I mean,
massive L.
Y'all should have revealed it during the NHL draft or free agency or some
the award show, anything. I mean, what in the world is this? I hate. It's such a great idea having reverse retro uniforms, and they just kill it by revealing one at a time. It's like, dude, just 12 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time on this day, reveal them all. Yeah, every single NHL social media team has to drop that jersey at 12 o'clock. I don't care. That's how it should be.
Yes, and fun fact, I will actually be on my off break, so that means I can post every single team. Whoop whoop.
I posted by division, so people don't have to
I would, but I mean for the reshares, then I would. Like instead of doing them by division, put in the pack like I did the last time. I feel like we'll do like by one just for the.
I mean, you got all access to the Powerskate page, so
yeah. Anywho, Capitals signed Potomac, Maryland native center Sam. Wait for it. Anus. I'm not literally joking. Anus. To
AHL guy, he's playing on the Hershey Bears. Bigger news to talk about.
next.
Don't care what his last name is. No offense. to
Blackhawks
Anus.
signed Jack Johnson to a 1-year deal.
Why? This is a very Blackhawks thing to do. This guy should have never played another game in the NHL again because he's literally in his late 30s and he is slower than bricks on skates.
And he has won a Stanley Cup.
He has playoff experience. And he could have gotten a younger defenseman for the same value who's quicker and has a way better accurate shot.
Yes.
Just saying.
Cedric Paquette is out in the NHL world.
That's shocking because Cedric Paquette, I thought, was a very good player, especially for the Lightning. And I know he was even okay with the Ottawa. Very surprised that he, of all players, went into the KHL. I wonder if he just got impatient. He knew he wasn't getting a contract this offseason. He just didn't want to kind of wait around. I don't necessarily blame him for that. I mean, he was in the league since 2014, and he did manage to play 24 games on Montreal's roster last year. Again, kind of surprised he's going to the KHL. So, I guess he's a future nostalgia of the week because with the whole KHL players not really coming back to the NHL deal we got going on, is looking like that he's likely never coming back to the NHL, and that sucks to see.
All right. Where are we? Flames, how we doing? The wait is over. Yay!
I mean, this is pretty huge. Everyone's thinking, oh, Kadri signed it with the Islanders. Psyche, he's going to the Flames.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Super. All right, here we go. I'm so upset. Okay, good to know. Okay, so I'm gonna play a nice meme. Which basically relates to like Kadri going to the Islanders or just something. Okay, here we go.
Like, that's the wrong team. Oh, that's what it should be.
All right, here we go. I signed with the Islanders. Here's the info. Psych! I signed with Calgary.
Yeah, that's accurate. That's very accurate because last week there was a report that he was all but an Islander. And, well, something changed in the 11th hour. I'll tell you that much. But anyway, Kadri's coming off a career-high year, 87 points, and a year where he had a very good playoff run. Of course, not only just coming off a Stanley Cup, but coming off 15 points in 16 games. It is questionable that you're giving a 31-year-old a 7-year contract worth $7 million a season. I do think Kadri will slow down at around age 34, 35. I think that this will become eventually a contract that Calgary is regretting to swallow. But right now, you're thinking, we just got Jonathan Huberdeau, Mackenzie Weegar. We are right now in our chance to win a cup. We're coming off a second-round appearance. Edmonton's getting weaker. We need to win that division again. We're making the proper splashes. Sure, we lost Johnny Gaudreau. Sure, we lost Sean Monahan, which we're going to get to next. Sure, we lost a couple of these players, but we can get Nazem Kadri, and we're still going to be fine for the short term. I think the only way he was going to sign with Calgary is if they offered him this money. I think the Flames wanted to offer him way less money originally, which is why he took so long to sign. Because I think if you give Calgary a 3 or 4 year deal worth about $6 million, that contract's perfect. I think the 7 years is overkill. But again, you got to overpay to sign great players in free agency, and that's what Calgary had to do here.
So we have some breaking news regarding to the Calgary Flames. I feel like you'll be very interested. The Calgary Flames are expecting to have the Blasty as their alternate jersey. And it's going to be the same as their reverse retro.
Nice. That's a good logo. That's a really good logo. All right. That's good. That's good. That's from the Roman Turk and rookie Jerome McGinley days. There we go.
So you know what that means. I might buy that jersey. But you may think, okay, what player am I going to buy? I might buy a Dylan Dubé jersey.
I mean, Dylan Dubé would be a nice player to grab, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to buy a Flames jersey right now, who would I buy?
If I would buy, I may buy like a Hannafin or
I'd probably buy Magpie. Or I know it's not how you pronounce his name.
Mangiapane.
Mangiapane. I always say Magpie for whatever reason. I think I get lazy when I try to say it. Yeah, Mangiapane would probably be who I would because he's a young player. He's going to be here for a while, and he just got re-signed. He's very good.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I am now going to post the Blasty alternate logo right now. So yeah, good thing that we got the Flames, and sadly, I'm not going to hear "Moni Moni" by Billy Idol at the Scotiabank Saddledome on TV because he is the newest member on the Montreal Canadiens. Well, at least he's not part of the fraud team, for the record.
No, and Montreal will show improvements, and here's how you do it. So Monahan, obviously, the Flames had to trade him to make, cap space for Kadri. He's still 27 years old, coming off a 23-point season. Now, he was a healthy scratch on numerous occasions. And yes, he hasn't gotten over 30 points since the 1920 season. But I do think he will do better in Montreal. I think it's more of his scheme for right now. He is likely going to be playing on the second line. And I think that is pretty good. Hopefully he can get over 30 points and get re-signed. Flames are also getting they're also getting rid of a 2025 first round conditional pick. So that's two pretty huge pieces Calgary is giving away. But again, if they are in win now mode, that's an okay thing to do.
Yeah. And it pretty much makes sense about the trade because the Flames, like they've lost their three important guys: Kachuk to Florida, Gaudreau to Columbus, now Monahan as the big three. So it makes sense. We gotta give it up for a true nostalgia of the week crowd. You may cheer to Mr. Kyle Turris. Oh, now you want to play an ad. All right, here.
The ads have not been our friends today.
Kyle Turris finally gets his cheers.
Kyle Turris was a really good player. I liked him a lot when he was with the Senators. And he ended up having a pretty solid career. I mean, if I'm Kyle Turris, yeah, maybe retiring at 33 ain't the most exciting thing in the world, but this was a guy who was a third overall pick by Arizona, and he did as much as he could with that Phoenix team. They were pretty mediocre, and he would eventually get dealt to Ottawa, and that's where he had his explosion. In 7 years, not including playoff stats, he had 274 points, and then he had a couple of successful seasons in Nashville before ending it off with the Oilers. You know, obviously, no Hall of Fame numbers here, but the definition of a nostalgia, that's Kyle Turris. I was, like I said, I was a big fan of him when he was with Ottawa and Nashville when he was at the peak of his career. So congrats on a fantastic career.
Yeah, I like Kyle Turris when he was with which that's pretty much where he was well known his time there, but definitely a great career going forward from him. So, Nashville will be the home of Connor Bedard's draft night and new location of the NHL awards.
Nice. Nashville's, you know, they did a wonderful job hosting the outdoor game this year, Stadium Series. And, you know, the NHL All-Star Game continues to go to different arenas. So, might as well, you know, well, wait a minute. They were at the All-Star Game recently too, right?
In 2016, I believe.
Oh, yeah. John Scott. Yeah, I was about to say, like, they hosted an All-Star Game. They've now hosted an outdoor game. Now you're hosting the draft and the awards. Nice. You know, Nashville, it's a great hockey city, believe it or not. I know it's tough to believe, but since that 2017 finals run, fans have cared about the Predators. When Pekka Rinne retired and his jersey was retired, like that was a sold-out crowd. People care about the Nashville Predators. Yeah, they may have not won a cup, but they've had their playoff moments. They have their players like Philip Forsberg, like Roman Josi. Tanner Janot had an amazing rookie season. There's something building there. Nashville finally has the team to the city, and now they're rewarding them with the draft and a awards night. I think the draft is going to draw a significantly bigger crowd. But, you know, guess what? You might have guys like Pekka Rinne, you know, come up and announce an award or a draft pick, or David Legwand, or, you know, any of those other, Kyle Turris, any of those other Predators legends. You can just ring on up there. Shea Weber, if he's willing to do it. Get the crowd excited. Build the atmosphere. I'm about to say Paul Kariya, but that would be nuts because Paul Kariya, of course, only spent like a year with Nashville.
Yeah, and nostalgia of the week, basically.
Why?
Carey Price. Well, I don't know, but
not nostalgia. Yeah, he has to retire. But I mean, injuries can get to Price, and he may be retiring relatively soon, which really sucks. I give Price a lot of credit. I'll give Price a lot of credit here. He gutted out through last season, and though I think he was still playing injured, he still showed up the last few weeks of the season, and he wasn't terrible. First game back, I'm pretty sure, was a shutout, if I'm not mistaken.
I think
Price was very, very solid. I know you're going to look at the win-loss ratio, and you're going to say, well, he only went 1-4, but he won the Masterton. He's been dealing with injuries, like I mentioned, throughout the past couple of years. This is a guy who single-handedly brought Montreal to a Stanley Cup Finals appearance just 2 years ago. It just shows you how quickly time flies by. But, well, technically a year ago, like a year and a half ago, technically. But still, you got where I'm going with this. Price is a fantastic goalie. He's going in the Hall of Fame when he retires. Injuries are catching up to him, but don't let that just let that recognize how great of a player he was. Yes, he may be injured the last few years of his career, but guess what? He led Montreal to that finals appearance. This is a man who's made a plethora of all-star games, who won a Vezina, who's won a Hart, who's won a William M. Jennings,
Bill
made the all-rookie team. This is a guy who could retire tomorrow, still be beloved by Montreal, and would be a first ballot Hall of Famer. One of the greatest goalies of this generation right here.
And may have his number retired at the Bell Center.
He very well might. He's certainly, I would say, the best Canadiens goalie since Patrick Waugh, and I don't even think it's close. So, yes.
Mm-hmm. Penguins have promoted Todd Reardon from an assistant coach to an associate coach and signed a 2-year extension with the Penguins. First off, I'm still not going to thank Todd Reardon for his service with the Capitals as a head coach, but he was good as an associate coach. But when he was with the head coach, they crashed like a ton of bricks. Yeah. But Penguins fans will thank him for his service when he leaves to Pittsburgh. And Mike Sullivan.
I do remember when he signed as the assistant coach, and I was like, what is Pittsburgh doing? But you want to know what? Pittsburgh, they really haven't missed a beat since he has arrived at the beginning of the 2021 season. And you know what? He had 2 years as an assistant coach, and he wasn't terrible. So, in my eyes, well-deserved promotion.
World Juniors time, Sweden won the bronze. Give it up for Sweden. Fabian Lysell gets the bronze.
Yeah, he actually scored a goal in the game. That was nice to see.
Mm-hmm. Gold medal, give it up for Canada. And Mason McTavish.
Yeah, Mason McTavish played his heart out, man. The way he was just able to play clutch in overtime, he had a 6-point performance against Slovakia, an 11-1 victory.
Oh my
God. The Ducks are going to soon have him paired up with Trevor Zegras. Just letting you know. That's going to be a nasty day when that comes.
Yes. Oh, and Grant, I actually got the meme telling you about when Canadian beat Slovakia, and I hate to play this out.
Thank you for your participation in this ass kicking.
Yeah. It was a participation in the ass kicking. It truly was.
Yeah. Anywho, congrats to Canada. Islanders, have yourself a payday. It's now Lou Lamoriello Day. So as I've heard, according to myself, the Islanders are now expecting to have a National New York Islanders signing day, which will be a huge contract day with Alexander Romanov, Kiefer Bellows, and Noah Dobson starting on August 22nd as a national holiday for all Islanders fans.
I mean, they didn't sign a single free agent, and they still have not, technically speaking, signed a free agent. They have re-signed players. All for dirt cheap. That Noah Dobson deal is a steal. I think this is a steal. Mm-hmm. Keith Bellows, Romanov, these are prove-it years for those two players, especially Bellows. Romanov, they acquired from Montreal at the draft. I think he'll do fine. Dobson, the best contract there. Well, again, come on. New York community. As I mentioned, the Sabres and now the Islanders. We need to talk about the Rangers here. Why are you telling me to post it about New York?
There's 5 on the Dobson post.
There's 5 on the Dobson post. Dude, I never see them because the second I get a notification that one of these accounts comment, I just restrict the account. So I don't see. So if you block this stuff, like when I look at these collab posts on my page, I don't see them because I block them. But you'll see them when you're scrolling through Powerskate's page, at least, or if you don't have these accounts blocked, and it's just stupid again. I don't know what Instagram's doing, and most importantly, I don't know what the Islanders were doing. Why are you waiting this long to re-sign your players?
Okay, caption contest featuring Mason McTavish. Sam, difference between pass or fail on a test be like?
Yeah.
And don't look at this as
Sports World Hub. I don't care. I'm not advertising it.
Good caption. Now Matt says when you finish cleaning the house right as mom gets home.
That's accurate.
For me, I would say like hot potato, like the puck is hot, like get it out.
For me, I would say when you change the music in your car while picking up your friend. I would say for me that one's that.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of my friends like the music I listen to.
And one more, like we said, rumors about the Calgary Flames are expected to bring back the Blasty as their alternate uniform. So why am I looking at that stupid comment?
Well, anyway, it's a fantastic jersey, and there's definitely no denying that. Like I mentioned, I mean, these are the jerseys that, Jerome McGinley was wearing when he first started off. They really are a nice jersey. It is a nice alternate logo. Really gives you the 2000s look before their cup run in 04. I like it a lot.
Yeah, me too. All right. That's it for season 6, episode 4 of the Powerskate Show. And one thing that I would like to do a minor debate before we head off, if that's okay with you, Grant.
Sure.
So, we all know the 2022 Stanley Cup playoffs redid their logo.
Oh, yes.
They got the shield. So here's the debate. Should every single 16 playoff teams playing in the playoffs should have the same Stanley Cup patch? Because here's why. And the Stanley Cup final patch does not say Stanley Cup final. It only has the shield, the year, and the Stanley Cup. Do you think that every single team playing in the playoffs should have the patch like MLB with the word postseason on their sleeves?
Yeah, I think it's a very minor issue. I'm more concerned about the advertisement that's now on the Minnesota Wild uniform. But to answer your question, I mean, it would be great to, I think, have the same logo, keep it consistent throughout the league. And it also represents your team, I think, significantly more by having the logo on there. So I would say absolutely to your question. But again, I think it's such a minor detail. I don't really think the league's going to focus on it. But good idea.
Yeah. Oh, and what's the Minnesota advertising jersey?
Oh, I forget. I think Puck Report.
It's TRIA, TRIA. It's huge.
It's terrible. Yeah, didn't Puck Report post about it recently?
Yeah, it's TRIA.
Oh man, that's just not good.
I'm
trying to pull it up myself, but so bad.
TRIA.
I hate the advertisements on jerseys.
Like you have the whole entire ice.
You have all the boards and the TV sponsors to advertise whatever you want. No need to put them on the jerseys.
Oh, and also they don't have the Stanley Cup platform final like word marks on the ice. And do you know what's the excuse? They're putting the advertising on the ice.
Yeah, they were advertising TikTok in the middle of the NHL finals. It's sickening. Stanley Cup finals, rather. You got the idea. It's sickening. It's sickening. Dude, it's such a bad look. Like, you could have even gone back to the early 2000s when you had the thank you fans on the ice.
Oh, yeah.
At least that looks respectable. I mean, it's better than advertising Subway for the 7 trillionth time or advertising TikTok or Walmart or whatever thing you want to advertise. I mean, what's the point? What is the point? We should start paying for Powerskate and Fluster Sports Zone logos to be on the boards or the ice for all I care. It costs a couple grand, but hey, if you're going to advertise anything, I'll step up.
Yeah.
I'll be even more broke after all my college loans, but whatever.
All right. That was a good warm-up debate. Next week is going to be Grant's farewell episode. Time flies, Grant.
It does. Starting
When we
this
did,
in April of 2020, and who would have thought that we would still be doing it 2.5 years later? It's nuts. Instagram's close to 2,000. The YouTube's doing well. Plus, your Sports Zone got hacked, and guess what? We almost got that back up to 1,000 followers on IG. It's incredible. Had a lot of great guests on the show. It's always been fun filming these episodes and ranting about hockey for however long we record these episodes for. Like, we're in the middle of the off season. Where literally nothing crazy has happened besides Kadri and Monahan, and we still managed to go an hour and 20 minutes just recapping news, talking about jerseys, talking about coaches, just focusing on hockey. And that's what we have done for so long. And Alex and I have both. I felt, at least anyway, we have done an amazing job on this channel, building this podcast. I think it's been a resounding success.
like starting out from sportscaster, transferring to YouTube. It's crazy.
It absolutely is.
All right. So, with that being said, that's going to be it for today's episode. Stay tuned for the final episode until anything happens in the future after the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please hit the like button. That would greatly appreciate us. To me, that's going to make us do more podcasts. I would say in the near future. Do you guys want to follow our personal social media accounts? Links will be in the description below. Do you guys want to follow the Powerskateshow for news updates when we go live and all that good stuff? Links will be in the description below. You gotta give credit. You gotta give the follow to Grant Fluff from Fluff's Sports Zone, YouTube and Instagram, TikTok on a good day for TikTok.
TikTok. I don't even post on my TikTok anymore.
Oh wow, shocker. Anyway, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are 4 subs away from 200. As far as I know.
Got him there.
Yeah,
And thank you. Actually, and I just surpassed 350 on my channel, so appreciate that.
Good job. And let's get to 250 subs
Yes.
on my channel before we start the NHL regular season or when the Caps start their home opener.
Against the
Which
Bruins.
Which you guys have around 60 days to do it. And Grant, I'm not sure if you saw the funny video of myself getting scared. If you want me to replay it for the peeps.
Sure. I don't
Okay.
think I've seen it.
All right, here we go.
Artist, artistry, nice. I think you found a new date anyway, so you're not going to be single very long.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah,
and shocking, and no surprise, it got over. Let's see, like 5,000 views.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
That's
no
funny.
surprise there.
Jump, bro. That could be a meme, bro. You jumped.
All right. Anyway, Grant, would you like to add anything before we head off?
I won't make this sad until next week. How about that?
Yeah.
As usual, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, follow Grant, follow Alex, the normal.
Tell all your
Do
friends.
this broadcast before you already know what I'm gonna say. You already know Alex is gonna tell you something that you need to tell your friends.
Yeah. Tell all your friends. Come back next week for Grant's farewell show.
Yay.
Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you guys next week.